Good evening again, and joining me live from Ophel prison outside of Ramallah is i24 News correspondent Danny Swibel. Danny, good evening. What the latest from there, from the Ophel prison?
Good evening, Lucy. Yes, we're here outside of Ophel prison near Ramallah. We are waiting for the release of 21 Palestinian prisoners that are going to be heading to Betunio. This is the checkpoint that is adjacent to the West Bank. 5 prisoners have been released earlier. They are currently heading to the Erez crossing, about to enter Gaza. Now, we currently have a lot of protesters out here. Not nearly as many as yesterday, but we still have people out here who are very upset. They are mentioning the betrayal of the Israeli government. They're mentioning the blood on the hands of the Israeli politicians that allowed a release like this to happen. They're questioning how can they allow this injustice to happen? How can they let these prisoners be released? There's going to be streets named after them for these disgusting acts that they have done. Meanwhile, nobody cares about the cheap Jewish blood. I've talked to a lot of people. They're very upset, and they're here to perhaps do a one last-ditch effort to tell the Israeli government to wake up and stop allowing this to happen.
So, Danny, what should we expect after the release of the 26 prisoners in the next few hours?
So currently what's happening right now is the prisoners that are still here, the 21, they're currently getting medical checkups. They are meeting with members of the Red Cross. They're doing a bit of a debriefing. And after that, we guess around 11:30, these are what some of the reports that are coming in are saying. Right now, we, just like the protesters are here, wait to hear what will happen next. Again, people are very upset here. They're trying to do one last-ditch effort to say, wake up, Israeli government, please stop doing this. And we will see what happens in the next few hours. Back to you, Lucy.
Our i24 News correspondent Danny Swibel in the Ophel prison. Thank you very much. We will get back to you. And we're moving to Israel today. Began releasing at the same subject Palestinian prisoners, with 5 already moved to Gaza border and the remaining 21 being released tonight, later to the West Bank. The release of the prisoners to restart peace negotiations has again been a controversial decision, with Israeli society mourning the release and the Palestinian ready to give them a hero's welcome back. i24 News correspondent Danny Swibel has the story.
The second batch of 26 Palestinian prisoners are being released as part of a goodwill gesture that restarted peace talks almost 3 months ago, which will ultimately see 104 prisoners set free. The choice for the Israeli government was either to freeze settlements or release long-term prisoners jailed before the 1993 Oslo Accords. All 26 prisoners being released tonight were involved in terror attacks that killed Israeli citizens, and a significant majority of the Israeli cabinet is vehemently opposed to allowing them to go free.
We in the Jewish Home Party, we said in the past that we oppose prisoner releases, and we voted on that in Parliament, and we will keep fighting against that in Parliament.
There are responsible moments. This responsibility looks forward. It is a historical responsibility for the fate of a Jewish democratic state.
The release is also evoking a strong emotional response from many Israelis, and around 2,000 protested last night at Ophel prison outside Ramallah.
Releasing the terrorists. Today it's them, the victims. Tomorrow it might be me. And are they gonna release every murderer, no matter what the reason?
While many in Israel are troubled by the release, which Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday called one of the toughest decisions that I've taken as Prime Minister, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas is trying to prove to the Palestinian people that he can deliver on an issue no less emotional for the Palestinians, but for different reasons. For Palestinians, getting their prisoners home is a national cause.
It has been 20 years that I haven't seen my brother. I am happy. All of the flowers should be sent to the president. I don't know what to say.
Questions remain whether the release will work to bolster Abbas so that he has enough power to make concessions with ongoing negotiations, and ultimately, will these prisoners, who will be accepted back into Palestinian society as heroes, resort to more violence upon their release?